It's September 2025, which means we are going to do a energy update. Hi, welcome to the channel. My name's Marissa. I'm an intuitive channeler, and we are going to be tapping into the Akashic Records today to see what themes are present for the collective of all who sees this in September 2025. August felt very fast paced. Time feels like it's warping, and I'm very interested to see what the Akashic Records has for us for September as we continue in this very earthquakey year that is 2025. If you're new to the channel, I channel with my eyes closed, so feel free to take this in a meditative state or go about your day and do whatever you need to while listening. Let's go ahead and dive in. So immediately they're saying September will feel like the reassurance that you have been wanting from like an older friend or a mentor or a family figure. It's this energy of comfort. It's this energy of comfort and familiarity and reassurance on your path forward. Theme 1, you will be receiving very strong signals and signs from those of you that connect with your guides, your angels, your galactic family, even the earth. You will be receiving very strong signs and signals guiding you through this path. There's this feeling that a fog has lifted. It's a feeling that this veil has lifted and you are able to see clearly now where you want to go, and the illusions, the beliefs that have been holding you back, you finally have been making this really big breakthrough, and that will be supporting you in September. And the more you can break through these old patterns, those negative belief systems, and this fog, you will start to receive very strong signals from the universe. And the cicadas just started buzzing extremely loud. They have been quiet all morning. Wow, that was beautiful. So trust in these signs and these signals, and if you've been asking for a specific sign, if you've been asking for a signal, sit in receiving this month, and you will understand your next path forward through this very obvious kind of sign. Okay, this is a very interesting one. They said parental disclosure, and I said, what do you mean by that? Parent disclosure. And it's this energy in September where you are seeing your family or maybe a parental figure in your life very, very clearly. You are going to see who they are, and some of you for the first time, you've had this kind of dulled imagery of who this person is. You've kind of just gone along with what they've told you because they're your parent or they're your, mentor or what do you call that? Like father, mother figure. But you're going to be seeing them very, very clearly. Again, this is part of that veil and that fog clearing. You're going to see their rawness in a way that you never have before. Their mistakes, their judgments, their criticism, their trauma, their just all the kind of negative baggage that they have put on to you. It's like a disclosure and a awakening to what is no longer yours and what came from these figures in your life. And I get not even just your parents, but your siblings, other family members. This month and the rest of the year, you will be getting very clear on what energy is yours and what energy was put on you from a very young age. So be mindful of this disclosure. It's going to kind of hurt at some points. It might shake your world a little bit, and it might dull your connection to these individuals, but don't let that get in the way of the real love that you might have for them. Remember that we are all human. Remember that we are all doing the best we can with what we have. And while other individuals have maybe succumbed to matrix thinking or the ways of the world as we have known it, that doesn't mean you have to completely shut them out of your lives. Now, if it's negative, go ahead. But if you're just starting to have these realizations of, oh my gosh, I was traumatized because this is what I was told by this person, try to be the neutral observer, because if you act rationally, you're going to re-traumatize yourself and keep that cycle going in a way in which you would not like it. Observe and send it back to its origin, and allow yourself to have grace towards others and your own being during this disclosure and during this uncovering of certain beliefs, thoughts, ways of being, traumas that have been placed on you and that are not yours. Remove them through a neutrally positive state, and that will better cut the ties and clear it for you, rather than if you were to create drama around that particular energy with the other person. So just be mindful through these disclosures. Be mindful what's coming up for you. Journal, meditate on it, clear it if you want to. I have clearing meditations for you if you'd like to work on that. And come back to gratitude in every moment in all the ways that you can. Okay, and we have another parental kind of theme coming up. Theme 3 is parental guidance. And this isn't receiving guidance from someone else, it's actually receiving guidance from yourself through the act of reparenting. So when we start to realize, these beliefs or these things that my inner child has gone through, when we go to comfort them or we go to clear them or rewrite the narrative and re-spark new beliefs within us, this is the act of reparenting. And by reparenting yourself, you are actually able to create this inner guidance, because you are guiding a part of yourself into the light. You are guiding a part of yourself back into your own heart space, and you are guiding yourself forward. There's a momentum of forwardness when you are able to reparent yourself. And if you aren't familiar with reparenting, they're bringing through a practice where they ask you to visualize yourself at a young age, or maybe visualize a traumatic thing that has happened to you that you feel still sits with you. Visualize yourself at that age. And I want you to visualize that version of you and the version of you in this now moment meeting. And maybe you hug them and you hold them and you reassure them and you help them to release. You help that version of yourself back when that trauma happened. You hold them and you be with them and you guide them back into your present now heart space, into love energy, into peace energy. And again, by doing this, by fully guiding or by fully reparenting that version of you and comforting them, you are guiding these aspects of self back to the whole. There is a wholeness that will be reached for many of you by the end of the year. It's this feeling of wholeness. You have been doing the work. You have been, listening to those signs and those signals. You've been listening to what is right for you. You've actually been following your passion rather than following what it is society has been telling you to do. And when you follow this light, you are always held. You are held by the Mother eternally. And by holding this knowing that you are supported, you come into this wholer aspect, this wholer version of self, where all the parts are together, working in harmony, holding each other if one needs a little help. If trauma comes up, all the aspects of you are holding that one specific version of self. And so there's this grander version that is coming to the forefront. And with this comes more sensitivities and more clairs coming online, and more, what's the word? Like a deeper resonance into this evolved version of humans where we are headed towards. You're coming into this whole aspect, and you are aligning with the higher frequency timelines on the planet. So the last theme that we have this month of September, actually there's 2 more themes, my bad. Okay, on to the next. I think this is theme 5. Eating clean. So with these sensitivities coming online, with all of this energy and toxins releasing from our body, it's very important that we are listening to our body's needs and wants and eating very, very clean. This will support the body in the detoxification that's happening right now. We aren't just detoxing, these emotions and these traumas. We are detoxing so much on a cellular level. Toxic heavy metals, toxic chemicals, fats. We are detoxing literal programming from the powers that were. We are detoxing a lot, so it's important that we are staying very hydrated and that we are eating very clean, and eating things from the earth. That is what they mean by clean. If it comes from the earth, it is going to serve you. If it's highly processed, if it's fried, if it's greasy, if it is mostly items that are synthetic in the ingredients, that is going to bog you down and make it harder for you to make these big jumps with the current energy that is available for us. But if you are able to, eat things that come from the earth, stay hydrated, move your body, it's so important that we are taking care of our bodies at this time, because they are moving through so much that is unseen, which is why it is very important to, like I said, eat clean, hydrate, and move your body. Okay, and theme 6, what is theme 6? Akashic Records, remind me what came forward. Okay, they're saying divine timing. And this is a reminder that experiences come in when they are most ready for you. So there's an image that they're showing me where let me rephrase. If you have not embodied the version of self who experiences the reality in which you want to live, or the experience you wish to have, that experience has a harder time getting to you. But once you can embody the version of self that can hold that experience, that is when it can drop in fully for you. So they're asking you, what is it that you wish to experience? How do you want your daily life to look? And what version of you lives in this experience, lives in this life that it is you wish to live? And then how are you not currently living as that version of self? So this is kind of a blueprint of how to really not get what you desire, but make it easier for what you desire to come in and meet you. However, there is this divine timing at play. And they want to remind you maybe this version of self hasn't been able to come through yet because it wasn't the right timing for you to experience that desire with this new version of self. You know, maybe you've been wanting to do this thing for the last 3 years, but it just hasn't been working. And every time you try, you kind of get asked to look in another direction or sit still. And you feel like it's been hard for you to embody that version of self. That's because you were meant to focus on other things. You were meant to focus on other energies that were currently in your reality. But for a lot of us right now, we are in a place where we are able to embody, we are able to, you know, grow into these new inspiring versions of self. And that's because it is happening in divine timing for us. If we would have tried 3 years ago, maybe it wouldn't have worked out exactly how it was meant to for us, or the opportunities that are available now weren't available back then. And that's why it was hard for us to embody that version of self. That's why it was hard for us to make things happen in the way in which we wanted them to. But right now, they're reminding you of this divine timing because things and opportunities are starting to fall into place for you. With this release, with the year of 9, with the 9/9 portal coming up, this death, this release that is happening on an individual and collective scale is finally bringing through these breakthroughs that you have been in need of and that you have been wanting to move through so you can reach these next levels of self. It is available for you, and it is always happening in divine timing. You hold the action, you hold the desire, allow it to direct you, allow it to fulfill you, allow it to guide you. Enjoy September. We love you. Lots of yawning per usual. If you're new here, I usually yawn when there's a lot of energy coming through. Wow, what beautiful and powerful messages for September. It feels like kind of a breath of fresh air amongst a very heavy year for a lot of us. The 9/9 portal, 999, is coming up, so definitely check out my channeled video on that, and I have a guest coming on the podcast to talk about the 9/9 portal and the astrology. Brielle Freeman, she was one of my first guests on the podcast, and she's coming back on to talk eclipse season, the astrology behind what we will be experiencing as a collective, talk about the 9/9 portal and the energies that are influencing us for the rest of the year. So check out that podcast episode, check out my channeled message on the 9/9 portal, and enjoy the rest of September wherever you are. Meet yourself with love and with grace. And until next time, bye for now.